welcome to another episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and crochet and books and movies and TV and other life and chatty things that I want to share with you. So thank you so much for choosing to watch this video and spend a little bit of your time with me. I hope that you enjoy it. Please settle in, get yourself a delicious beverage, grab your yarn, your hook, your needles, your embroidery, your spinning, whatever it is, and let's enjoy a chatty time together. Today is the 7th of November, another Monday. And yeah, we got here. It was a week for me. It was an up and down week. I kind of struggled a little bit mentally and emotionally, but got through and feeling pretty good today. And I started a new project. This is a sleeve. Yep, here's the bottom cuff of the sleeve. And I have cast on the cuff for the second sleeve. And I chose my cardigan pattern. It was one I had to buy, but I just decided, you know what, it's the one I really want. The others on my short list weren't appealing to me quite as much. And also, one of the lovely viewers and commenters also took a look at that pattern and decided that she wanted it too, because she has some burgundy yarn. So we are having a burgundy Fidelia cardigan, just kind of a casual buddy knit. And if anybody else wants to join with some burgundy yarn or wants to look, the pattern is Fidelia by Amy Christoffer. So if you take a look at that pattern and decide that, wow, I love that, you are welcome to join in. But there is kind of a very low-key buddy knit happening. Anybody is welcome with your burgundy yarn to do any cardigan, or if you want to do the Fidelia in any color. Yeah. So we are going to be twinning. Twinning is winning. That was a cute phrase that she used in her comment reply to the video. She said that is what her sister would say. And it also kind of sounds like something my sister would say too. And that really has been what's been going on in my crafting world. I haven't even started either toe on my socks. That project bag has stayed zipped up the whole week. I've just been choosing a pattern and swatching and getting some sleeves started. I did end up having to go down a couple of needle sizes to get close to the required gauge. So yeah, that is where the crafting is. I wonder what you are working on. I wonder how your projects are going, and how your end of 2020 crafting looks like. And it is also end of 2020 reading. And I am low-key, pretty casually participating in the romance takeover readathon because I am recently making it a project to discover what kind of romance I enjoy reading, and how I can learn a little bit more about the romance genre and what works or doesn't work for my reading taste. So I thought it'd be a fun way to explore some different things, and I borrowed some digital books from the library, and I am in the middle of 3 right now. I am reading book number 1 in the Changeling series, which is a sci-fi fantasy romance with, I think, kind of equal weight to the world building, and there is kind of a mystery plot in this first novel. So that gets almost equal weight to the romance, and it is a bit steamy. Not sure how I feel about the steamy side, but it hasn't stopped me so far for this. And that rom-com that I read earlier, the Talia Hibbert, that was kind of steamy too. So I guess I can tolerate some steam, but I'm not necessarily like gravitating toward where are all the hot and steamy books. But I guess I'm learning that I can tolerate it if I am really interested in the characters and really interested in the story. So this first novel in the Changeling series is called Slave to Sensation. So it's setting up the world, and it does have this mystery plot. And there are, basically in this world, there are 3 different kind of humanoid races. There are the Psi, who they came from humans, but they are kind of altered or developed. I'm not sure if they're like scientifically engineered. I kind of get the feeling that they were scientifically engineered, not necessarily a natural mutation, but they have psychic powers, and they are all psychically linked with the other Psi in a Psi net, and there are different kinds of psychic powers that they can have. And they, as a part of their development, have also chosen to get rid of all emotions because they decided that that was a safer thing to do with their powers, that emotions could be destructive for them. And I think in the early days of the Psi, there was a problem with violence, so this was a way to counteract that. But so the Psi, they have eliminated emotions, they have psychic powers, and then there are just regular humans, and then there are humanoid changelings who can shift form between human and animal. And they have one designated animal. So if you are a leopard, changeling, when you change to animal form, you are always a leopard and take on some of the personality characteristics in your human form, some of the personality characteristics of a leopard, as far as being very territorial, kind of tough and predatory. The men are pretty, like, very masculine, like manly men. Anyway, for those like stronger predatory animals. So there are changelings with several different animal types, and they have packs. The social animals do, like changeling wolf packs, changeling leopard packs, and so on. So, yeah, it's I'm enjoying the mystery, and then the world building is pretty fun. It's not like really deep. It's not like a really it's not a super serious sci-fi. But it is like pulpy and soapy, like soap opera-y. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi soap opera mystery with kind of an interesting world. So I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm also reading The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite. And this is a historical romance set in the Regency period. So, like early-ish 1800s, or maybe late 17, but in that range. It's not super specific what year it is, but it's kind of in that general idea of Regency. And this is a romance between two women. One is a widow, and the other is a young astronomer scientist who has been making charts and maps for the scientific society, the science society in England. They're in England, they're English ladies, and so she is working on translating a French astronomy book with a lot of maps and a lot of math. That's what I meant. I didn't actually mean to say maps. I meant to say math. Because she is so skilled at the math and also skilled in French, she is working on translating that, but the Science Society is not welcoming her at all, so she's having to do it and get actually the other woman, the widow woman, is funding her translation and planning to publish it, and they develop a relationship. There's also a really interesting talk about embroidery and artistic embroidery, because the rich widow is a very keen embroiderer, and she and other people in her household are also embroidering. So there's talk about doing handwork, and also some discussion about art versus craft, and it takes the it actually takes the idea of embroidery as art like seriously, and the skill it takes and the thought and the creativity of it, that it should be valued and taken seriously, that it is not just silly frivolous woman's folly, or just a little something to keep a lady's hands busy so she doesn't like get involved in mischief. So there's some interesting things. I like the lady scientists. I like the discussion about handwork and art and creativity. This also does get a little steamy. That's yeah. So, but it's not a lot. I mean, not often. Not like all the time, and neither is the other book, the Side Changeling. It's not like every chapter, every page, like. But I think I'm finding my limit with steam, though. Although I can tolerate a certain level, and I think it does depend on the writing style, how tolerable it can be, because I can definitely see steamy things being. I haven't encountered that yet, but I'm sure there will be a time in the future where like the steamy part is just written in a way that is just like off-putting. This is written in a tasteful way and not a weird way, so I haven't had that problem yet. But yeah, so those are the two, and the third is a light-hearted holiday romantic comedy, in a book form. So imagine like the story of Groundhog's Day, the movie, set at a Christmas time. That's kind of the story. And it is fun, it is humorous, it is lighthearted and heartwarming, and everything you kind of want in a rom-com. And I love the movie Groundhog's Day, and I love a time loop story. So I'm just eating it up. I'm loving it. And this is by Christina Lauren, somebody that I've heard a lot of other romance readers talk about. So I knew that she was someone that I wanted to try. And I'm really enjoying this. And I also chose a holiday book because I just wanted to feel a little holiday spirit. It's kind of hard to get in the holiday mood this year. So I wanted something that would help bring a little bit of festive, fun, holiday feeling, and be lighthearted and funny and sweet, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's everything I wanted for that. It is totally doing that. Yeah, so I have been reading a lot of escapist kind of fantasy fun things, not taking anything too seriously. That's what I've been kind of needing. And so that's what I've been reading. And also, just in case you are wanting a little bit of lighthearted and heartwarming and cute and sweet pet or cat specific video content. One of my favorite booktubers, Mara, was asked by the channel Book Bliss. I found this out from Mara. She posted something about it on her Instagram, but they asked her. Book Bliss is a romance themed, I think it's from one of the romance publishers, but they ask different booktubers to participate. So it's different people making different videos. But they asked Mara to make a video about a happily ever after. And this happily ever after is her kitten adoption story. So, yes, Mara did get kittens this year, and this is their story and her happily ever after with the 2 kittens, and it is so sweet, and they are the cutest kittens, and it's just a very heartwarming, very sweet story because those kittens had a bad start. They had a very rough start, and so they needed a lot of tender loving care and a lot of, extra patience, and so it wasn't a guarantee that everybody was going to be happy in the end. They had to get over over their fear, basically. But no, it's just such a sweet video, and the cats are so cute, and their story is so just heartwarming, and it's just, if you need a little cuteness and a hopeful, heartwarming story, then this video on the Read Bliss channel on YouTube is for you. The title of Mara's video is Everyone Deserves a Happily Ever After. So, yeah, if you need a smile, if you need a cute little cat face, if you need some kittens in your life, this is a video that will fill your heart with just sweetness and will bring a smile to your face. Yeah, so I've watched it several times this week. And it's a sweet, sweet video. Okay, how many times can I say that word? Oh my. But yeah. So I think that is everything. I think so. So take care. Have a good week. I hope that your creative projects are going well. I hope that you and your family and all of your loved ones are safe and healthy and happy wherever you are. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.